It goes without saying that Brotato is a real thrill ride. Its rapid-fire rounds combined with an addictive level system makes this a gem for roguelite fans. My interest recently has been weapon purchases and how to survive those early waves without breaking a sweat. I fiddled with prices, upgrades, and builds enough that I figured I would share some of what's worked for me by ranking them. But first, my ground rules. I'm going to dive into precise weapons in this video while giving each one a rank based on stats in damage, range, cooldown, and any special features. I'll assign a number between 1 and 5 for each of these categories for each weapon. These are weapons that typically are first choice for the crazy character. Bear in mind, this is my take, not gospel truth for every player. Also, we are strictly talking Danger Zero tactics here. Let's dive in. The Icicle is our North Star for this run. In my previous deep dive, I noted that the Icicle is a powerhouse because it bridges the gap between melee and ranged. Its standout feature is the freeze mechanic. For a newbie, this is a literal lifesaver. It slows the momentum of the horde, giving you breathing room to aim and dodge. Damage, 5 out of 5. Range, 4 out of 5. Cooldown, 3 out of 5. Special, 5 out of 5. Freezing is OP at Danger Zero. You'll find that it gets the lion's share of the kills early on. Because it hits hard and provides crowd control, it allows you to be lazy with your movement while you learn enemy patterns. The knife is my handy go-to when I'm looking for early upgrades to complement that Icicle. Since we want that precise set bonus, which boosts our critical chance, the knife is the cheapest way to get there. Damage, 3 out of 5. Range, 1 out of 5. Cooldown, 4 out of 5. Special, 4 out of 5. High crit multiplier. It's easy to combine and upgrade. While the Icicle freezes enemies at a distance, the knife acts as your personal space protector. If an alien gets past the frost, the knife's high crit rate deletes them instantly. It's a solid foundation to build your arsenal on. Then there's the Thief Dagger. This is the weapon you want once your Icicle has stabilized the battlefield. The logic here is simple. The Icicle keeps you alive. The Thief Dagger makes you rich. Damage, 2 out of 5. Range, 1 out of 5. Cooldown, 4 out of 5. Special, 5 out of 5. Money on crit kill. At Danger Zero, you have more room to experiment. If you pick this up around wave 5 to 10, the gold you generate from critical hits will fund your late game power spikes. It doesn't have the raw stopping power of the Icicle, but it pays the bills. The Sharp Tooth, often called the Blood Tooth, is a unique weapon that can have huge payoffs, but it's a bit finicky for a first-timer. It scales with your HP regeneration, which is a stat most newbies might neglect in favor of raw armor or lifesteal. Damage, 3 out of 5. Range, 2 out of 5. Cooldown, 3 out of 5. Special, 3 out of 5. Melee damage based on HP regen. If you haven't found items like the medkit or Estes couch, this weapon will feel underwhelming compared to the Icicle. It's a synergy-heavy pick. Without the right stats, it's just a toothless bite. Then you have the crossbow. On paper, it looks great, it's precise, and it's ranged. However, the logic of our build is based on the Icicle's freezing safety. The crossbow scales with range, but if you pump too much into range, your melee weapons, like our knives, suffer. Damage, 4 out of 5. Range, 5 out of 5. Cooldown, 1 out of 5. Painfully slow. Special, 2 out of 5. Piercing is okay, but slow. At Danger Zero, you're better off sticking to the melee-focused precise weapons or more Icicles. The slow fire rate can leave you vulnerable if you miss a shot, and we want consistency. Finally, the Shuriken. This is a fantastic middle ground weapon. It's precise, and it bounces. Damage, 3 out of 5. Range, 4 out of 5. Cooldown, 3 out of 5. Special, 4 out of 5. Bouncing projectiles. While the Icicle freezes a single target or a small cluster, the Shuriken clears the chaff, those tiny, fast enemies that try to swarm you. It benefits from the high critical chance we're already building for our knives. It's a very safe, effective secondary weapon.